Hey guys, Romie here. Please like, comment, subscribe. This is Love and Hip Hop New York, Season 7, Episode 13, Cancun Part 2. The episode actually starts off with, the ladies are on the beach. When I say ladies, I mean Bianca, Mariah Lynn, Hennessy, and Cardi B. They go, and in Cardi B's words, let's do some white people stuff. Let's pet these animals. I can't believe Cardi's like, oh, she had an ex-boyfriend and just looked just like a lemur. Anyway, Bianca and Mariah Lynn go off to one part of somewhere else. Cardi B needs to have a conversation with Hennessy. Hennessy is going to be attending college, and she's going to essentially design school. Why? Because she wants to be a designer, and she actually has like a manufacturing distribution set up for when school is over. So that part's good. The part that's not so good is Hennessy has the tendency to be a little flaky-ish and, get a little lazy-ish and sluggish on her execution of things. And so Cardi B just needs to let her know that it's hard out here. I had to do a lot of stuff so that I can make sure that the family's taken care of and that you didn't have to go down the same road I had to in order to get what you want. So trust and believe, I need you to take all of this seriously because it can be gone like that. This isn't playtime. And, at one part, Hennessy's just like, I am definitely taking this seriously. I want to prove all you guys, that I am going to accomplish what I want to accomplish. And she starts crying. It's just like, no, because we need to make this money. We need to make this money. So I'm like, there we go. There we go. Juju and Yandy, they make up. Why? Because they seem like they're actually real friends. But Yandy initially comes in because Yandy's knocking on the door. Knock. And she was still on this tip of, I've been texting you, I've been calling you, why haven't you picked up? Juju is just looking at her like, excuse me, you just called me a liar last night, and you're wondering why I didn't call you back or send you a reply? Are you kidding me right now? My whole thing is that, how could I go and have someone who says that they trust me and that I'm their good friend insinuate that I would go and throw them under the bus and then give them the book to read so that they would know that I'm throwing them under the bus? Does that actually sound like it makes sense? Yandy, there's a lot of people that have that same situation, especially nowadays. So why would you think that I was going and taking advantage of you and your situation? Well, because it sounded like just like what I was going through. That's the whole point. It's supposed to be relatable. This whole thing was dumb. So Yandy, after she looked at Juju, was just like, all right, I'm going to let this go because even though I don't believe you, which for some reason I believe Juju, I feel like this is a realistic situation. Do I think that with Yandy going through it herself, it'll probably prompt her like, this is really important to add in. But I don't think that she was just like, okay, this is exactly what happened to Yandy, so I'm going to write in just like that. And no, I don't think it was like that at all. But, Yandy apologizes, Juju accepts it, we move on. Even though Yandy shouldn't have got so bent out of shape with that in the first place. Rich Dollars, which Dollars Entertainment, I don't care what anyone says, that actually sounds like a good name. Because I feel like if it wasn't for his image that he personally had, he definitely could have spanned that off into something really cool. Because when I was looking at the designs and everything, it was kind of giving me an Echo type of thing. I know Echo isn't what it used to be, but still, I was just thinking, gosh, if you play this differently, this could have gone a lot better. Anyway, his daughter is there because she's actually interning. She went from of course, scrubbing and helping out in the restaurant to now she's working in the corporate office of Dollars Unlimited. And right now, Ashley just wants it to be known that here's the thing, for your next relationship, I'm going to pick and choose it. You don't know what you're doing. You have no idea what you're doing. His mom comes in, and she was like, I'm tired of this whole creep squad thing. We're just talking about how he's not a creep. His mom, did you see how look she gave? She did the look out. That's my son. That's my son, and I know. So we're going to play that game now? Right, okay. But Ashley let him know that she's going to set him up on the blind date. She can't have him dating anyone close to her age. She can't have him dating anyone like Moniece because she was like, she's smart. People don't give her credit, but she's smart. But she's crazy. She is crazy. She is psycho. Cuckoo, cuckoo. No, no, no. You can't be doing. No, you can't be doing that. Samantha, she has to sit down with, of course, her mother's there. So Kim's there, along with Erica. And she lets me know that she was supposed to be playing this party with Yandy. And Yandy's out in Mexico. Yandy's out in Mexico. So because of that, I haven't heard from her. Now, she didn't say it exactly like that. She was like, I haven't heard from Yandy. And then I find out she's out in Mexico. Well, then there's why. But we're supposed to be planning this together. And, I already had a smaller birthday party for him because it was his actual birthday. Now I'm gonna have the big one, and Yandy's still nowhere to be found, even though we're supposed to be collaborating. Of course, Erica's just like, Yandy the troll. She wants to go and have all the kids come together, but it's her fault. It's her fault. I'm thinking, you know what, Samantha, I really feel like she's not even that upset with Yandy. I really think that it's Erica in the background, like, you need to be more upset with her because this is what she was doing. I remember what she did on the 4th day of May. But Samantha almost seems like, I'm really tired of this. This just sounds stupid. I don't even talk about this woman in my regular everyday life. But she lets me know that that was only part of the issue. She went to go and see Mandisi, and Mandisi blocked Kim from visiting her. Why? Because Mandisi and Kim, they're not. Actually, I don't know why. I get that Kim is a turn up, and so maybe that's what he was afraid of. He can't have her turning up there in jail. But that's something that you have a prior conversation. And I get it. He was probably thinking, okay, Samantha's not going to come with Mandisi Jr. if I say that her mom can come. But what would you expect? That whole situation was handled it was very messy. It was very messy. Even though I can partially see the possible logic, because now I'm just putting words in his mouth. I don't know what he really felt or dealt and all that, but I just wanted to. Dang, that light sometimes make my face look. Anyway, I don't care. So Samantha has a right to be upset with that, because regardless if Kim is the turn-up queen or not, that's still her mother. That's still her mother. So it's two things now she has to deal with Yandy about, and one of it has to do with Mandisi's and Ivan. You see where I'm going with this? Jewels wanted to make sure the house got cleaned up before Kimbella came home. Kimbella's had this look of, oh my gosh, you clean the house, you clean the house, or you got the house clean. Either way, you did this for me. Yo, all the Givenchy, all the Louis Vuitton, oh, that don't matter, cause this clean house right here, this clean house. Anyway, Kabbalah needs to let me know that she went dressed for her man while she was on vacation with her girl Yandy. It's like, Yandy, we cried, we giggled, we're good again. But Yandy brought her work with her, one of her artists. And I was wondering, okay, so you're bringing work with you, but what about Joel's? What about what he's doing? Joel says, this look of, man, me and Yandy, we're on the same page right now. Just chill off with that. Back off with that. Just relax. And she was just like, you know what? Yandy and I are in a good place, so I'm not going to go and backpedal and do anything to mess that up. Remy goes and has to sit down with Joe, Fat Joe. And, Joe, at his store. And Joe's just like, we're ready to go. We need to be working borderline like slaves, except for we're our own slaves. No one owns us. I was like, oh, okay, this is interesting. I get it. We going to the top. I mean, you had second chance, so you can't go and just stop now. The momentum is still going. You know what? Quick question. I know that wasn't a good angle, but when I was younger, because it's messed up. When I was younger, I really didn't listen to hip hop like that. I did up until like age 10, 11, and then I stopped for a couple of years. So I feel like I really missed some really great days with like Fat Joe, Remy Ma. I feel like I missed all that. Like I heard the songs and I liked them, but I wasn't a part of the culture. And so I don't remember what Joe used to look like. So let me know how big I guess Joe used to be compared to what he is now. Because I want to know the growth, like from your perspective. Growth as far as his weight loss journey and all that. Because like, shout out to him. Shout out to Khaled. Anyway, she wants to let it be known that, of course, Joe knew about her losing the baby, but she said, I want to go and have another baby because Joe's talking about getting this money, getting this bag. Remy's thinking, no, I want to try and see if I can try again. Joe says, hello, of course. I wouldn't expect anything less. Papoose wants his child. Do you want a baby? What else? What else was going to happen? It's just like, oh my gosh, I'm so relieved. He said, look, I have to be honest. Before, I wasn't so sure about women being able to go and have babies and pursue a music career. But now, he didn't say Beyonce, but I've definitely seen it been proven wrong that it can be done successfully. So we can continue to get this bag. We just move a little bit differently. That's all. I got you, you got me. We good, right? What isn't so good is Samantha and Yandy. Again, the whole scene felt very weird. Samantha wanted to get her point across of, Yandy, you talk about wanting to bring the kids together. That's what you want to talk about. And yet you weren't there to go and facilitate this birthday party with me. You weren't there to contribute a monetary amount with this birthday party. And yet you want credit. And yet Mendici wants us to come together and do this. But I understand. It doesn't make any sense. You're fake. You're phony. And I don't know, you're married, not married, it doesn't matter. What matters is you keep saying you want one thing, you keep promoting something else. I don't know what to expect from you. Yandy said, I don't know who you are because we were okay. I feel like Erica's in your back, winding you up. And because of that, you like how I did that? Winding you up. That's just causing all the friction in between us because we weren't. Like, we were cool. I'm thinking, wait a minute, Yandy. Dang, does Yandy have a distorted sense of self? Because even I know that, like, I get it. It wasn't this bad before, but it wasn't great. Samantha always felt a certain way. But I guess she, said her opinion loudly, and then that was the end of it. Now it's gone to a whole thing of, oh, so you trying to put hands on me? Well, you call me a B. Well, if you don't like me calling you a B because you were acting like a B at that B in place, then why don't you take your B butt and go somewhere, B? That's just part of my vernacular. I'm sorry if you don't like that. I'm sorry if you don't appreciate that, but that's just part of my vernacular. So they agree to completely disagree. Is Yandy going to come to Lil Mendici's birthday party? Who knows at this point? But the whole concept of this is we're supposed to be able to still come together. So you're not going to come because you have an issue with Erica. Because that's who your real issue with is with, from what you're saying, is with Erica. But now Lil Mendici has to suffer because Samantha is kind of drinking the Erica Kool-Aid regarding her relationship with you and Medici's. And screw the both of you. Y'all fake and phony. You're trying to perpetrate fraud. We know that's partially true, so here's what it is. Rich is got set up on a blind date with who? With Miracle. Miracle is, of course, Ashley's mother. And so it was cute. They had this little sit down, and Rich was trying to let me know Miracle and I never officially broke up. It's just because I left. I'm thinking, so you left her and your daughter to pursue, and you never really did any. So you think you two could. And, but he cleaned up real fast as he acknowledged the fact that, because she was asking her, she was asking him a million and one questions like, oh, do you think you can have kids again? Do you think you really want to be in a full-time relationship? Do you want to? And when he got to the kids part, he was like, you know what? I don't know what it's like to raise a child from baby to 18 because you did that. You did that, and the credit goes to you because I was just here, once she was older, once she was already mature. So I have to give you a lot of credit. The person I see today is because of you. It's not because of anything I had to do. And even though I respected that, in the back of my mind, I was thinking, dang, that's still messed up. That, not that it had to be that way, because it didn't have to be that way, but the fact that it was that way. And, they agree that they're not going to go and pursue an actual relationship because he was like, I got a hotel room. So you want a nightcap? She had to look up. No. Ashley had a good time in New York. Ashley was miserable. Of course, she's gonna say that it's your mother, because then you're gonna say, oh, you can come back down there, and she wasn't gonna have that happen. But Ashley was miserable. She didn't want to do hard work. At first, when it got to this whole Amina and Peter thing and Tara, I was like, oh no, this isn't happening. So right now we have Amina. She's back, and she's back in New York. Why? She's back in New York because she needs to, have a real conversation with Peter. The real conversation consists of this. Peter and Amina are not getting back together. And I was so happy. Now, Amina was saying how she loves Peter and she still could see somewhat of a future with him. The issue is she doesn't know if he feels the same way. And she said, you know what? That's not true. I got my answer. You went back to New York and you didn't pursue me. You had the opportunity to. No, don't talk. You had the opportunity to, and you didn't pursue me. You didn't chase me back to New York. So I now know where I stand. I don't know if it's you and Tara. I don't care. I just know that your head is elsewhere. And he was like, well, you need to come back because I want to see the kids. I want everyone to be close by. Yeah, you want everyone to be close by. Yeah, that's right. And you should want a relationship with the kids, with your kids, a great one too. But I'm not included. So what does that mean for me? That means that I need to stay over here, stay in LA, try and create a new life away from the drama so I can have a healthy home environment for my kids. The best thing for me to do is stay here because if I go there, then back in New York, I'll slowly, I'm merging a couple of conversations into one. I'll slowly weasel my way back into, back with Peter. This is how Mina's mind is going. And so I can't do that. That's not a good example for my kids. That's not a good example for myself, my self-worth. I have to do better, which means that I have to be better one day at a time. Peter says, we're separated, so what about divorce? And that almost took Amina out. Amina said, what? Oh, God, that's too fine. We can't talk about those things. We can't talk about those things right now. Side note, both of their daughters are so cute. And I can't believe the little one's already running. She's running around. She's not even walking. She's running around. I was like, oh my God, that was so fast. That was so fast. Yanya's having a conversation with Kimbella and telling Kimbella how, she had this talk with Samantha, and she's like, Samantha and I, we don't have any real issues. It's not Samantha and I, it's actually Erica. Erica's in the background. Erica's the one that wants me, she's saying all this stuff about me and Mendices. Erica's the one that, for whatever reason, feels like her and Mendices were meant to be together and that she was the love of Mendices' life. And she did say that to Samantha as well. Love of Mendices' life, and now he's stuck with me, and I'm the one that's causing all the problems. Cabela is saying, I don't understand. We all have a close relationship with Mendices, with Lil Mendices, with Asim. So, why is it that these ladies can't go and just work together with my pug, Yandy, in order for us to go and do positive things for the children? Because it's all about the children. It is all about the children. I don't understand it. I don't understand them. I don't understand the moms that get in the way. It's just a mess. And trust me, Yandy, I got your back. I got your back. If you need anything, if you need me to do anything, trust and believe you already know I got you. Not only do I got you, I got you. You don't even have to ask. I'll go and do it myself. I don't need you. I'm like, this scene's going on a little bit too long. So moving forward, and Peter has, of course, this get-together because he wants to have his whole family there. And when I say his whole family, I mean all of his kids there. And all of his kids are there, and it was nice. I was like, oh, wow, 10 kids. 10 kids, and 5 of them are from Amina and Tara. Interesting. Because he even had his oldest there. What was it? Whitney and Corey Guns. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is a real family. It's so nice that they can come together. And again, Amina just confirms the fact that she and Peter, they're not getting back together. She's like, look, I'm not going to lie to you guys and say that I don't feel a certain way, but I have to be true to myself. I have to show that I have some self-worth, and I have to stay where I am so that I'm not tempted, so that we don't go backwards. And I was just so proud of the growth. This is all I wanted from them. This is all I ever wanted from them. Ever. That's it. That's it. Not the whole them fighting when they're pregnant. Not the whole yelling when they're pregnant. Not the whole them being in the same apartment building. Not any of that mess. I just wanted these grown women to say, you know what? Because Tara said the same thing. I don't know where my relationship lies with Peter. All I know is I'm focused on me and the kids. If she goes back with Peter, it happens. If she doesn't, she's still fine. That is all we wanted. Tara and Amina even had a general conversation of, you know what, we need to let bygones be bygones. Whatever happened in the past, it's in the past. We have these kids, these beautiful kids that we need to raise together as a family, and that's all that matters. And they actually gave what looked to me as a loving, warm, genuine embrace. That is all. I have to keep saying it because you guys don't understand. That is all I ever wanted to see from them. That's it. No baby mama, none of that. No. Speaking of baby mama drama, of course, Little Medici's birthday party goes on without a hitch. I'm like, that birthday party definitely looks like it's New York. It definitely looks like it's New York. In the best possible ways. In the best possible ways, though. So, once the party is pretty much done, the kids are taken upstairs. We hear this noise outside, and it's Kimbella. Kimbella is in, her loungewear, talking to the producers, like, excuse me, why can't I go in there? Well, hello, I know Little Medici's, my kids play with him and Nassim as well, so everyone's missing now. Everyone's missing now, and I'm thinking, okay, so if that's the case, where are your kids? Because this is a birthday party, so why are you just popping up even though you weren't invited? And Yandy decided that she wasn't going to come. And she was like, I didn't need Yandy's permission. I came here all on my own. So here, that's what it is. That's how it's going to be. Because I wanted to have a conversation. I was wanting to go and speak with the ladies so that we can all go and merge together. Samantha's looking outside like, what is wrong with this? Why is she making all this noise? What? Where is Yandy's not even here. What is she talking about? But her kids aren't even here. What is she? Exactly. Kimbella lost it for a moment. She lost it for a moment because this wasn't a rational person talking right now. It wasn't. And then to make matters worse, we have Kim, who I'm thinking, Kim, don't you have a heart condition? Kim went from having a heart condition to say, you know what? I will whoop her butt just like... This woman needs to get her butt whooped again. I'm thinking, wait, what are you talking about? She's not talking. She wouldn't be talking. She can't be referencing Chrissy. She can't. And she did. I said, you know what? I'm done. So then she goes and tries to not necessarily charge her, but it's kind of like, excuse me, what are you trying? What are you doing? What are you doing here? Ericus is like, hello, why are you here? Where is Yandy? Oh, you're Yandy's puppet? I know it's puppet. I came out there all by myself. Yandy doesn't even know. I'm like, this doesn't help your case. And the producers are still trying to calm me down because they're like, there are kids in there. A whole scene. We've seen proven that you guys can't come together. I'm trying to figure out why Samantha didn't stop Kim sooner. Like, Samantha should have known that Kim was serious about it. Samantha was right there to at least try to stop her mom. At least, yeah, because I think she was the one kind of holding her back, like, you need to chill. Look. This was complete another foolery, because the next thing we know how Samantha goes, then she starts to like, man, this bitch, why is she doing it? I'm like, oh, Lord, please like, comment, subscribe, doing a little... And we just had a nice moment.